The Kansas City Chiefs are in a world of hurt. In a year where many thought they were going to vie for a Super Bowl. Last year, Travis Kelce began to show his age, and this year it has really been bad. In fact, he's looked a lot like Chubbs from Happy Gilmore. But if I were KC starting the season, I would have gotten the most that I could have gotten from a team for him, especially a team vying for a Super Bowl, and would have looked to the upcoming draft to get their tight end of the future. Therefore, they would have been set for years to come. It is my job to get the Kansas City Chiefs back to the Super Bowl and winning Super Bowls. Can I save the Kansas City Chiefs?
Why they be down the boy? Tell them it's part of the plan. I'm just the underdog feeding them slaps. The gains in the palm of my hand. Whoa, they want me to fail, this is personal. They sleeping on me, this is perjury. You making nobody else hurt. You tell them that the pregnant be for the surgery. Killing it, they ain't gotta gas me up. Do it myself, I'm drilling it. How many times did they pass me up? I'm cool, can't walk on my shoes, I'm kicking it. Wanted your big cause they see that it's working. Grow from the L's, they see wins on the surface. Flaunting my wins, I do it on purpose. Playing with you till you climb to the circus.
So Travis Kelce at the beginning of this year is a 93 overall superstar X Factor. That's when KC should have traded him, or preferably in the offseason before that. Look what on normal trades, what the CPU offers you. Cooper DeJean, 22-year-old star dev cornerback, 83 overall. He would be unbelievable for years to come. Look at all these second-round picks and third-round picks plus players. And maybe the most egregious, Ladd McConkey, 84 overall superstar wide receiver. Well, I'm not going to fleece somebody like that, but I'm going to look for a team that is in the playoff hunt. And if we can get a late first from that team, if it's a Houston Texans or somebody like that, that is one tight end maybe away from, they think, winning the Super Bowl, don't you think they would take a 93 overall superstar X Factor tight end for a late first? Yes, they would. And at the very least, 2 seconds. So we're going to get something in return for Travis Kelce. It won't be 2 firsts or anything crazy like that. But if it is a first, it'll be a late first. It is the end of the season. Mahomes' numbers were a little underwhelming TD wise, but threw for a lot of yards. Pacheco did okay. It's a tough call on him to re-sign him or not. He's around an 85, but 88 with upgrades. I don't know if it's time just to turn that corner, but look at our receiving room. Rashee Rice, 114 catches, 1,300 yards, 5 TDs. Xavier Worthy, 86 catches, 1,224 yards, 9 TDs. Marquise used to be Hollywood Brown, 71 catches, 1,000 yards, 5 TDs. And our stand-in tight end, Noah Gray, 77 catches, 704 yards, and 6 TDs. On defense, Nick Bolton, 162 tackles. Tranquil, 159. Connor is a young guy, 120 tackles, so good season for him. Look at Ashton Gillott. We played him at edge, and look what he did. He had 76 tackles, 16 tackles for loss, and 5.5 sacks. The guy may be pretty good. Chris Jones with only 63 tackles, 13 tackles for loss, and only 8 sacks. So just not a dominating performance, but maybe he needs guys around him. Karlaftis had 7.5 sacks, and then Gillott had 5.5. And then interception-wise was just horrendous. We only had 6 total, 2 by Bolton. The Texans did make the playoffs, but they didn't make it to the Super Bowl. It was the 1 and 2 seed Ravens and Buccaneers. Kansas City, we have a problem. Chris Jones, after only 10 years, has retired. He was maybe the most dominant defensive tackle in the game. That is horrendous news. All right, let's see what we can do. Well, I have good and bad news for you. Well, we just signed Tyler Linderbaum to a 4-year contract. Yes, he was a center, and now he'll play left guard for us as an 89 overall 26-year-old. So he will solidify that position. We have no free safety because we let our free safety go. So we picked up Quandre Diggs. Unless we get a safety in the draft, he will be our starting safety along with our 79 overall strong safety. And we replaced our 95 or so overall defensive tackle with DJ Jones. Welcome, Mr. Jones. He's a 79 overall, 1-year contract. We are in a world of hurt because he is our best defensive tackle by far. And if that doesn't scare you, it scares me. So we may have had to take a little bit of a turn concerning the draft as far as what we're going to draft. All right, here is the start of the NFL draft. We just traded away one of our edge rushers to pick up an extra pick in this year's draft. If Peter Woods is not there at 5, I have no idea what we're going to do. Fernando Mendoza goes first to the Cardinals. Dante Moore goes second to the Jets. Reuben Bain Jr. goes third. Caleb Downs goes to the Seahawks. So it is our selection. We already have our guy at the podium with the card that says Peter Woods, all in caps. Whew. We got our first true defensive tackle on our roster. The defensive tackle that is supposed to replace Chris Jones, who retired after 10 years. He's number 5 in true value, hidden dev, and he's 21. My plan for days before I started this Can I Save the Kansas City Chiefs was to draft Jeremiah Love and make him just a dynamic part of this offense. But with the sudden retiring of Chris Jones, it has shaken Kansas City to their core, and we have to address other needs right now. So we got our guy, Peter Woods, but I can't mortgage our future to, jump up for a guy who's going to be worse off than the guy that we currently have. We have to address other needs with our first round pick that we do have, and that most likely is tight end. There's not a tight end that's supposed to go in the first round, so most likely we can trade down in the first round if somebody will give us, I don't know if they would give us a second round pick this year, but that's what we're looking for. Let's skip ahead in the draft. So Jeremiah Love does go to the Washington Commanders. Congratulations to them. So 2 tackles go. First cornerback goes off the board. There will be a lot of cornerbacks go in the first round. This draft is deep with cornerbacks, which we do need a cornerback. Now it is our selection. Let's see what other teams will offer us. Anyone not offering a first rounder in 2026 is not even an option. Yeah, that's all pretty much garbage. Let's see the Broncos at 26 or the 49ers at 27. Okay, so we've offered our first this year. We'll move down 6 spots in the first round. We'll pick up their second. We'll give them our 4th, our 5th next year, and our 6th next year. Done deal. So we're up because we got rid of Travis Kelce and we wanted to invest in, if possible, the very best tight end in this draft. A guy that many think, just as far as overall player is concerned, that he is a top 15, top 20 player in the draft, but that he could drop to the late first round right into the laps of a team just in need of a great tight end. And Sadiq is the pick. So we've gotten our tight end. He's 41 in true value. We got him at 26, I believe. Hidden dev, which is huge. 84 speed, 87 acceleration, 88 jumping. He's 6'3", 250. So I have to believe he can block some too. All right, we're picking in the second round. We've gotten our elite defensive tackle. we've gotten our elite tight end. This may be a stretch for some, as he's projected as a round 3 to 4 talent, but I'm going to select Zane Durant from Penn State. He ran the fastest 40, 4.63, the fastest 3-cone drill, and the fastest 20-yard shuttle, and he has A awareness, 98 in true value, not the best. No dev trait. That's what I was afraid of. We were going to go Carnell Tate or Makai Lemon. They were taken right before us. Let's see if we can move up with Jacksonville. Maybe we could get some running back help here if we could pick up this pick. Done deal. Second and a third for a second. Justice Haynes, not great at his combine. He does have elite acceleration, elite jumping, so I don't know who to go here, Katron Allen or Justice Haynes. Gosh, he's so slow, and he's not strong at all. His combine was just an absolute wreck. Bryson Washington looks good till you look at his combine. All right, we don't know much about Justice Haynes, but we're going Justice Haynes. He's just depth at running back, but hopefully he can be the running back of the future. 66 in true value. Hidden dev, 87 speed, 94 acceleration at least. I think we're just about done. We traded away a couple fairly high picks to pick up a cornerback from the Los Angeles Chargers. You guys will see in just a little bit. He wasn't going to re-sign with the Chargers, and he gives us a mid to upper 80s second. What round are we in? 5? Okay. Ooh, Xavier Harris is still there. Ooh, he's one of my favorites. You can't have too many defensive tackles, right? Let's check out this day 3 guy, because I liked him for some reason. Ooh, that's why. He's fast and strong. 5th and 1st. I think I'm going with the Cincinnati product. 1st in bench press reps at his college pro day. 5th in his 40-yard dash. Our 5th round pick and final pick, I believe, Dante Corleone, ranked 70th in true value, and we got him at 133 normal dev, but 93 strength. 79, Peter Woods. Kenyon Sadiq, a 74. Durant, a 71. Corleone, actually, a 72. So 3 rounds different, and guy's better than Durant. And then Corleone is a 73. Not bad. Here we are live at Arrowhead Stadium, where we will face the Pittsburgh Steelers. We got here with only 2 losses on the season, much to our clever drafting. The Kansas City Chiefs are wearing their AFL 75th anniversary to honor when they were the Dallas Texans, of course. That's right. They were in Dallas before the Dallas Cowboys. Pacheco in the backfield. 4 wide receiver set with Sadiq far right. The middle of our line is as good as they come, with Linderbaum, Creed, and Trey Smith, all in the mid to upper 90s. Oh, and they find Rashee Rice. Oh, Sadiq with the catch, but he is quickly thrown down. That one is right down the middle. Harrison Butker, 152 left before half. So Mahomes goes to Worthy, the blazing 99 speed wide receiver who has come into his own. He is playing currently at about a 94 overall. And that one to Rice. Look at him go. Look at him go, baby. For all the praise heaped on Worthy for the way he can run, Rashee Rice, he can get after it 2. So the Chiefs get the ball back, but it is at their own 31-yard line. 32 seconds left. Let's see if they have enough time to get up the field. And Rashee Rice catches that. So ball at the 42-yard line, maybe 41. Worthy comes down with it. Kansas City calls the first of their 3 timeouts. So they will call their final timeout with 2 seconds left. And most likely they will put their kicking unit out on the field. Attempt a 35-yard field goal. And that one is right through the center. KC up 13-10. Oh, Worthy with the catch. And he's brought down by Patrick Queen, it looks like. So running back in motion. Oh, Rice is hit. He's lit up. So it is 4th and 11. It is definitely time to kick. And that one is right down the middle. Kansas City and their defense have made a huge stand. And there goes Pacheco for, I think, the game-winning first down on Pittsburgh's final timeout. So in a thriller in Arrowhead, KC's going to escape out of here with a 6-point victory over the 9-8 Steelers. The Chiefs will play the Buffalo Bills as the number 3 seed in a slight upset over the Ravens, win 28-27. So most likely we will face Josh Allen. And in the NFC, the number 3 seed Falcons will face off versus the number 7 Chicago Bears. So here we are again live at Arrowhead Stadium as the Chiefs have the home field advantage for all of the AFC games, as long as they continue to win, of course. But they play Buffalo here in the AFC Championship, and Buffalo puts up 7 to start us off. Sadiq is wide open on the crosser, and he's getting away from 21, and he will rumble his way into the end zone. But Buffalo goes back up 14-7. Oh, and there goes Pacheco. He's gone. The 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. So Kansas City didn't wait long to tie this score up. Unfortunately, the Kansas City Chiefs are at their 1-yard line. They get the ball to Sadiq, and he is tackled by the safety, 37. He was the last line of defense before Sadiq was gone. So Sadiq gets close, I guess, to the 16-yard line is where they will call it. And there he is again, folks, number 18. You're going to see him all day. We'll try to go deep here. Not a good throw by Mahomes right there. Rousseau breaks that up. So KC gets it to start off the second half. Oh, Pacheco is gone, guys. The 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. So KC comes up with another huge stop. So they get it to Sadiq, and he gets more than enough for a Kansas City first down. So play action. They go to Worthy. He gets close to the first down. He gets about 8 yards, I'd say. You love the Kansas City Chiefs blocking. And here's another counter right here. Pacheco does a pretty nice job there. And there's Jalen Noel. He has been a huge pickup for the Chiefs. 2nd and 3 with 2:49 left. Oh, Worthy is wide open. There's actually 2 guys open, Worthy and Noel. So it was just take your pick for Mahomes. And he threw it to Worthy. Now that is impressive. So Worthy gets his first touchdown, I think, of these playoffs. 28-22, your score. 1:06 left. Buffalo does have 2 timeouts. Oh, and Pacheco does not pick up anything on that run. The Chiefs at their own 49-yard line, and the Bills thinking they're going to run, and they do not. And Sadiq gets oh so close to maybe calling this a game. So first down Chiefs there. So Pacheco will finish with 172 rushing yards on 8 carries. Another close one for KC. 28-22 will be your final. So the Kansas City Chiefs sneak out of Arrowhead with a 6-point victory over Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Here's one last look before the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes, of course, still an X factor. Sadiq is an X factor. Rashee Rice is a superstar, as is Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith. And then, of course, Bolton is an X factor. I'm so glad that we did not draft a defensive end in this year's draft. You know, we had Karlaftis on the left side. We weren't really sure about the right side, but look at that. Superstar status and an 87 overall. McDuffie is no longer an X factor, but he is still a superstar. Diggs goes up to a superstar. And then, of course, we have still the 88 overall now second corner that we got from the Chargers in a small trade, but our linebackers are legit. But you got to hand it to Peter Woods. He stepped up big time for us. So we will play the Atlanta Falcons. This is why we play the game. This is why we do the dynasties, why we do the rebuilds. It's to not only get to the Super Bowl, which is one of the goals, but it is to win the Super Bowl. And we will face Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons, probably led by Bijan Robinson and Drake London, and even Kyle Pitts. Looks a little bit like an intra-squad scrimmage. So play action. Oh, they get that to Worthy somehow. There were 2 defensive backs right there, but they did get it to Worthy. There goes Pacheco, and he picks up more than enough for Kansas City. First down. So 1st and 10 with 3:10 left in the first quarter. There's Sadiq with the catch. He picks up about 6 yards. Oh, Sadiq with the catch. Oh, and the cornerback lays him out pretty good. Mahomes making some changes at the line. And he does. And he gets that one to Worthy. One of the defensive backs takes him out. Pretty good, though. At least gets him to the ground. Oh, that's Worthy, but Mahomes throws it behind Worthy. That's one thing I'll say is that I have played with Mahomes before, like in a rebuild like this, or maybe I drafted him in an online league or something. But I remember him not always throwing perfect passes and me just being completely caught off guard by that. I guess he's human too. So Worthy gets free. And he gets in for the touchdown. When you're 99 speed, that's who you're going to get the ball to, right? 7-0 your score, though. Atlanta does not put up any points. Oh, look at that. Mahomes threw it. I pushed the button just like I normally do. And he lofted it in the air where Worthy had to come back to the ball. That is so odd to me. I don't know if anyone else has had that same experience with great quarterbacks, but they're not always so great. And Mahomes gets hit. That'll be 4th and 10. So 22 seconds left. Kansas City Chiefs have it at their own 20. I think they're going to try to do something here. Oh, nice one up to Worthy with 11 seconds left. Kansas City Chiefs use the first of their 3 timeouts. Ooh, he is hit hard. I usually do not kick field goals in rebuilds, but I'm kicking field goals here, and I don't know why. I'm not very good. But I made that. The Chiefs have just a 3-point lead over Atlanta. Oh, and nice job by Sadiq to catch it. So Rice is open, and he picks up the first down. So 2:40 left. Atlanta doesn't have to use any timeouts. Oh, and Worthy gets open. Mahomes puts enough air under it to not get it picked, and it puts the Kansas City Chiefs in control. They are on the 38-yard line of the Atlanta Falcons with 2:35 remaining. Oh, it's a play action. Oh, and Mahomes is going to get sacked. He didn't like any of the options that he had, and he didn't want to throw a pick, so he took the sack. So running back in motion, Rice comes over the middle, but he's hit immediately. It'll be 3rd and 20 with Atlanta with no timeouts, but 2:26 left. Oh, Mahomes hit Worthy. I think this game is going to end 10-7 in maybe 3 of the lowest scoring games I've ever played. And that's it, folks. I saved the Kansas City Chiefs. They are back to their winning ways. They are Super Bowl winners. The Kansas City Chiefs, with great drafting by Coach Charles Paulson and a few good free agent pickups, they were able to overcome the sudden and frankly just unbelievable retirement of Chris Jones at defensive tackle after just 10 years of playing. And they drafted high and got Peter Woods from Clemson, who played a lot like Chris Jones, and they picked up Brian Brzee off the scrap heap and had him come in to help plug the holes, and then the offense went to work. But it was the defense that did it. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Please know that you guys are made for a purpose. If you would, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and that noti bell so you'll get notifications of any videos that I put out. As you guys know, I've had a lot of great interviews with not just great quarterbacks across the nation, but great retired NFL players, as well as Mountain West Conference defensive player of the year. Got to interview him on this channel. So definitely smash that like button if you would, and leave me a comment. It helps so much, and it means so much to the channel. I got 2 little kids, just like some of you guys do, and man, all those things help, man. All those things help so much, more than you guys know. So I appreciate all the comments, all the subscriptions. I believe we're growing by leaps and bounds, but we want to grow more. So tell your friends, and thanks again for being here, guys. Take care.